And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
All day, defense. All day. All day. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Hey, Sam on.
Rush in.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. James. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's it, baby.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, orbit.
We own them. Check safety.
Rock it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Austin. Now a hit and a loose football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All day, baby. No.
They begin with Henry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
You can't block me.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
All day. Watch twist.
On first down, it's McNair. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now McNair. Completes it to Austin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 34. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, McNair. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's McNair. He's going to take a shot right away for. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. In for the score. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Go, go.
2nd and 13. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
60 or.
Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 8. James has got it. Complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
McNair to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Second down. Intended for number 83. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, D. 52.
On 3rd down, McNair. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First down carry for Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
3rd and 7.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now McNair. This is White on the screen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. "35 yards that time on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Check 43.
On 2nd down now, it's James. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's James, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Bring it! Bring it! Watch twist! Watch twist! Watch twist! 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 Watch twist! Watch twist! Watch twist!
To throw, McNair. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he finds Austin complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Go. Hey, Delta.
Crunch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Go.
2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, exit. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McNair. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, McNair. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. DJ Shark, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. James. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's got room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. On second down, it's James. Well, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 55 to Mike. Army.
Back to throw here. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
They run it with James. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. You're out.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. McNair, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, lock it. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Yes, yes.
Watch the eye.
Leo. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's been a long day for you.
Play action. It's McNair. That's into the hands of Edwards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st down, Henry. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
53. Mike 53.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Cut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Henry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Henry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
These sneaky guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, You don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Check three.
Ready.
On 2nd down now. It's James. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single
Snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's